Okay, outgoing Lorain County Prosecutor J.D. Tomlinson is breaking his silence for the very first time since losing his re-election bid. A judge recently dismissed felony charges that were filed against him and his chief of staff. Now, Tomlinson wants to prove his innocence in the court of public opinion. 19 investigates Mike Mason with the story you'll see on Just One Station.
Tomlinson feels he lost the election because of a political ploy plotted by his opponents. Now he's on a mission to restore his name and his tarnished reputation.
Lorain County Prosecutor J.D. Tomlinson has been embroiled in controversy for over a year. Now he says he's setting the record straight.
I want the truth to come out.
Tomlinson's troubles centered around his former employee and ex-girlfriend, Jennifer Battistelli. While working for Tomlinson, he says the two developed a romantic relationship. But last year, Battistelli accused her boss of sexual harassment.
Did you sexually harass this woman?
No, I did not.
Never?
Never. It was a consensual relationship.
Battistelli lodged an EEOC complaint against Tomlinson, stating he tried convincing her to retract her statement. The Lorain County Sheriff's Office then charged him with 3 felonies, including tampering with evidence, intimidation, and attempted bribery. Though the charges were dismissed shortly after the election, Tomlinson never had his day in court.
Listen, it's been dismissed and I'm still sitting in front of you.
I know.
Because I'm not satisfied with the way it ended.
Tomlinson provided 19 Investigates text messages between Battistelli and investigator Robert Van Zant that he obtained through discovery after the election. He says they prove she never intended to file charges against him.
So they utilized her as a tool, I think, in this whole thing. I don't think she made those allegations.
Late last year, records show Tomlinson and Battistelli agreed to settle her complaint for $100,000. But the Lorain County Sheriff's Office still pursued criminal charges.
I think they took things out of context and utilized that and to form these charges, but I'm not convinced that she actually indicated that we ever intimidated her or bribed her.
Tomlinson claims he now has proof that he's innocent of the charges filed against him.
I'm very comfortable with our evidence.
What do you want the public to know the most about what happened?
How blatant my opponents were in attempting to get me out of office, how recklessly they used the justice system.
Battistelli failed to show up to court, and charges against Tomlinson and his chief of staff were both dismissed. We reached out to Battistelli, but she didn't want to comment. We also reached out to the Lorain County Sheriff's Office, but they haven't responded either. We'll, of course, continue to follow this story and bring you any new developments. Mike Mason, 19 News.